What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. In this video, we're going to be talking about Nano Dimension, ticker symbol NNDM. In this video, we are going to be going into great detail on their most recent investor presentation so we can kind of gain some insight on what they are planning on using the massive amount of funds that they have raised for. So if you guys enjoy the rest of this video, please consider going down and hitting that like button and hitting the subscribe button, and make sure you turn on that notification bell so you're never late on any one of the new videos that I post, and you get to stay up to date on all of your favorite stocks, learn about a couple of new ones, and see exactly which options I am trading and which strategies I am using to trade them. So if we go over to NNDM's PowerPoint presentation of their investor relations report, we can see that they're an additive manufacturing electronics AME industry leader, more than a dozen granted patents. That's always good when they patent their technology, and more than 36 patent applications. And they have the first to market advantage, which I'm going to go over a little bit later in this video. And they say that the only technology that converts digitally electronics circuits into functional high-performance devices, and at the current time, they have sold about 60 systems worldwide, and they are increasing recurring revenue of proprietary conductive dielectric materials, 3D printing ink. Now, they say they have a strong cash position, and that's about $430 million as of December 12th, 2020, but as we know, that cash position is sitting closer to $1 billion right now. So if we take a look down here, we can take a look at some of their financial data. We have the 138 million shares outstanding, and as we saw with their most recent shareholder meeting that they are going to be having on February 15th, they are going to be voting to up that amount, so make sure you stick until the end of this video because we're going to go over that as well. So they said that they've invested $80 million, invested mostly in R&D over 6 years, and the cash is, the cash is actually around $1 billion. This is a little bit outdated. It says as of December 12th, 2020, and they have no debt. So this is going to be the total number of amount of 3D printing machines sold. So the Dragonfly Pro, we have 49 machines. Dragonfly LDM, which is the most popular since the third quarter of 2019, we have 11. The Dragonfly Pro upgrades to LDM since Q3 of 2019, that's 29 upgrades, and Dragonfly service contracts, 34. So the total revenues from the beginning of 2018 to the end of the third quarter of 2020 are about $13.598 million. Now, it's going to be very interesting to see what the revenue goes up to in their Q4 2020 report. So this next slide is pretty important. This kind of goes over the entire business model that NNDM has. So they call it a razor blade model, and they go on to say that as the installed base of systems grows, which means the actual systems like a Dragonfly LDM 3D printing system, that actual device, the recurring revenues from consumables increases like the 3D printing ink that they discuss. So the positive trend of increased ink consumption by customers is a validation to our recurring revenue business model. So they are actually seeing a positive trend in their ink sales, and that is a recurring revenue model, which is a very good model to have, especially if you are a company with such a high price product like Nano Dimension has. One of the main selling points and the aspect of the Dragonfly LDM system that customers like so much is it allows them to faster prototype their products. So if we come over to this next slide, we can see that prototypes are often created by sending digital designs typically from the US or Europe to China and waiting 7 to 21 days to receive a PCB back. This is a slow, costly, and puts core intellectual property at risk. So basically what Nano Dimension is able to do is cut this time in half, and you can actually do this process in-house by 3D printing your own prototypes. If we go down a little bit further, we can actually take a look at some of the market projections for these types of products. So the total market for 3D printed electronics will be worth $2.3 billion by 2029 and will be dominated by the professional PCB prototyping market segment. The educational and industrial production market segments will continue to grow steadily. So we can also take a look down here. Analysts predict 3D printed electronics will be the next high growth application for product innovation. 2017 3D printed electronics market size is estimated at 176 million, expected to reach 592 million in 2021. and up to $2.4 billion by 2025. So we can also see the global 3D printed electronics market was valued at US 137.1 million in 2017 and is expected to expand at a CAGR of 44.46% from 2018 to 2026, reaching approximately 3.9 billion by the end of the forecast period. That is a very aggressive growth rate for these types of products. And with NNDM being the top dog in this type of market, they're in a great position to capitalize and really boost up their valuation. Now, they do disclose some risk factors that may be seen as kind of an excuse. They actually talk about it being like an elephant in the room. So they say that all present customers were out of office until July of 2020, some until now, and that's mostly in the USA. Chinese companies returned in May, but still delaying all purchases of capital equipment. Now, that's not great news for NNDM. European businesses in June and July, but delayed most CapEx deployments. USA corporations projected June as back to business, but changed to July and then changed to maybe later or early 2021. So we can see as we come down a little bit further, most customers, especially in the USA, are in discussions, but no suppliers visits for maintenance until further notice. Hence, no installations are possible at the current time. And many Dragonfly labs were shut down until this disease subsides with no confirmed date. Europe experiencing the second wave, October. So right now they are struggling in terms of getting their business out into the market. So basically, this is really the important part of this document. So this is kind of their plan. So they started a prototyping fabrication service business, the Nanos Nano Services System. They're trying to expand, but mainly as a route for Dragonfly purchases once CapEx are released post-pandemic. So M&A search directed at targets that will be able to leverage NANOS. So they invest heavily to preempt seeds of competition, product and technology, leapfrog towards production machines, Dragonfly PIK, and Next Gen. Some of their customers include 3 multi-billion U.S. defense manufacturers, 2 European defense companies, and multiple secret services, 1 multi-billion U.S. value technology conglomerate, multiple leading research institutions around the world. So that's a pretty good sign to see. If we come down a little bit more, we can see some benefits of using these additive manufacturing for electronics. So basically, the benefits are you can shorten your time to market, reduce cost, and increase innovation with agile prototyping and fast feedback cycles. So that's kind of what I described earlier when we were talking about the actual reason why these customers like this product so much. And there's typically a long delay time and a risk of intellectual property theft when you have to send your designs all the way across the world. So advanced products, hyped fabrication, produce better, lighter, cost-effective products by eliminating assemblies and improving the performance in 3D form. So basically, you guys get the point. Digital inventory, the future will allow business models based on part licensing, eliminate the need of sending physical parts, which is what they were discussing earlier. So basically, this is basically saying that NNDM is putting a lot of money right now into the research and development of their products and are looking to buy out their competition. As we saw with the CEO's interview, currently there is really no other competitor for Nano Dimension in this market right now. But if a competitor arises, they will just use the cash that they have raised through all of their many capital raises to buy out the competition. And they're looking at acquiring 1 to 3 companies. Now, ARK Invest has really loved NNDM over the past couple of months. We can see that over the past week, ARK has actually put a lot of money into NNDM, especially on these dips. So we can see they put about almost $7 million into NNDM just since January 22nd. We also have the NNDM shareholders meeting coming up on February 15th. So that is going to be something that as a shareholder, you should exercise your vote on. The vote is basically allowing NNDM to issue more shares in order to do more capital raises because they feel that they do not have enough capital, even though they have almost $1 billion in cash or cash equivalents right now, to deploy for their future ventures. They feel that they need more money in order to benefit investors and their customers in the long term. So that is something you need to keep a lookout for. But in general, I think NNDM is going to have a great 2021, and I think they could get to the $25 range if we see the sales and deliveries of the Dragonfly LDM products pick up in the near future. So that's going to be it for this video. If you guys enjoyed what I had for you in this one, please go down and hit the like button and hit the subscribe button, and make sure you turn on that notification bell so you're notified every single time that I post a new video, so you're never late on any of the breaking news on your favorite stocks. So I hope you guys had a really profitable week, and I'll see you guys in the next video.